अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकं बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितं पर्याप्तं त्विदमेतेषां बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम्.
Our army is unlimited. This is Duryodhana talking to Dronacharya, protected by Bhishma, while their army, under Bhima's protection, is limited. So, here he is stating a fact, that the Kauravas were superior both quantitatively and qualitatively. They had 11 battalions, Akshauhinis, and the Pandavas had only 7. So, that's quite a lot of difference. In addition to that, the Kauravas were led by Bhishma, an outstanding person both in character as well as valor and strength and experience. So qualitatively they were superior, quantitatively much superior. The Pandavas, on the other hand, were inferior in numbers and also inferior qualitatively. Bhima, a young man, was leading them. Even though he had prowess, even though he was strong, he couldn't match up to Bhishma. So, on the face of it, he is saying that we are much better than them. But the word aparyaptam in Sanskrit also means insufficient. So, what he's saying is, in spite of the superior numbers, in spite of qualitatively being superior to the Pandavas, we are still insufficient. Meaning, in his mind, there is fear in spite of the superiority because of his inner qualities. See, fear comes when you're vicious. Fear comes when you're destructive, negative, spiteful, hateful. We are constantly entertaining negative feelings about others. Getting irritated with one person, hateful about another person. There's a girl here who constantly makes dirty faces every time her mother-in-law passes by. Now, it's not going to hurt the mother-in-law, it only hurts her. If you wake up in the morning entertaining negative thoughts about a person, it's like taking potassium cyanide in small doses. What will be your state? Such a person very soon will get to depression, will get agitated to such an extent that will lose the sanity and completely destroy himself or herself. So that's what Duryodhana is doing. Take a look at nature. All carnivores are fearful. Even the lion, tiger, the king of the forest, but they're constantly looking over their shoulders to see if someone is coming from behind. A herbivore, a cow, content. No fear. Because it's not destructive. And the same thing applies to human beings. There are carnivores among human beings. They gnash their teeth at people. There are herbivores. Pleasant people, mild people. Ahimsa. Ahimsa is a wonderful quality where you don't even entertain hurtful thoughts about anyone. How wonderful it is. Yudhishthir, for instance, is known as Ajata Shatru, means one whose enemy is not yet born. It speaks of his strength and courage and valor, but also of his mental attitude. He does not consider anybody an enemy, so therefore his enemy is not born. What a wonderful attitude to have. You don't think that anyone is against you. So, that is it. A conscientious worker is not afraid of the boss. A person who does not work is always looking for when the boss is going to come. When the boss is around, only then he pretends to work. He's afraid of the boss. In the cricket team, Sachin Tendulkar is free from one worry, that is selection. He doesn't have to worry. All these years he didn't have to worry about, will I be selected? He didn't lose sleep over that. Why? Because he had merit. The moment your merit drops, then fear comes. So Duryodhana had neither merit nor the courage of his conviction. He had only his foolishness and selfishness to fall back on. Therefore, he's full of fear and insecurity. So what you need to do whenever you are fearful, when you feel insecure, you must understand the way out is to develop qualities of unselfishness, to develop positive thoughts towards people. When you do that, you do not feel insecure. Next verse.